All right, let's get into a book that is, truly a game changer for so many people. We're going to break down Don Miguel Ruiz's amazing work, The Four Agreements. Think of it as a super practical guide based on ancient Toltec wisdom for finding personal freedom.
This quote right here, this is the key that unlocks everything else. Ruiz kicks things off with this mind-bending idea that our whole reality is basically a story, a dream that we're living in. So the real question becomes, whose dream is it?
Well, here's the problem. We're all born into a dream that's already in progress. Ruiz calls it the dream of the planet. It's the massive collective story built by society, and it's absolutely packed with rules and beliefs that, let's be honest, we never actually signed up for.
So how do we learn all these rules? Ruiz uses a pretty intense word for it: domestication. As kids, our parents, our schools, our entire culture teaches us how to behave. And they do it with a system of rewards when we're good and punishments when we're bad. It's really not that different from how we train a pet.
And this is the real kicker. To get the reward and avoid the punishment, we start pretending to be someone we're not. This creates this deep, gnawing fear of not being good enough, of being rejected. And little by little, we become a copy of what everyone else believes, and we lose who we really are.
Now, this whole domestication process doesn't just stay on the outside. Oh no, it actually creates two really powerful characters inside our own minds that work together to keep us trapped in all this suffering.
And here they are. First, you've got the inner judge. This is the part of you that has memorized society's entire rulebook, and its job is to constantly find you guilty. Then you've got the victim. That's the part of us that hears the judge, believes every word, and just says, yep, you're right, poor me, I'm not good enough. It's a brutal, endless cycle of self-criticism.
And the result of this inner battle is just staggering. Think about it. We can make one little mistake, and our inner judge will punish us for it thousands of times. And that second part of the quote is so important. The amount of abuse we're willing to take from ourselves sets the standard for what we'll accept from other people.
So how in the world do we break free from this? Well, Ruiz gives us a way out. He offers 4 powerful new agreements to make with ourselves. Think of them as simple, profound tools you can use to tear down that old, fear-based dream and take your personal power back.
Okay, this first agreement is the most important one. It's the foundation for everything. And it's all about understanding that your words aren't just sounds. They're the creative force you use to build your reality. They are pure power.
Our words can go one of two ways. When we gossip, when we blame, when we judge ourselves, Ruiz calls that black magic. We're literally spreading emotional poison. But when we use our words to speak truth, to share love, we're practicing white magic. We're creating a heaven on earth for ourselves and for everyone around us.
And if you need proof of how powerful a few words can be, there's this heartbreaking story in the book. A mother comes home, totally exhausted, and her daughter is just singing her heart out. The mom snaps and says, "Shut up! You have an ugly voice." In that split second, the little girl believes her. She makes a new agreement with herself, and she never sings again. One careless comment cast a negative spell that lasted a lifetime. All right, let's look at the next 2 agreements. These really build on the first one, and they help create a kind of powerful shield against all the negativity we face from other people. The second agreement is a total game changer. Don't take anything personally. This gives you immunity. See, whatever people say and do is a projection of their dream, their reality. It has everything to do with them and actually nothing to do with you. When you take it personally, you're willingly swallowing their emotional poison. When you don't, you're free. And the third agreement gets right to the heart of so much useless drama. Don't make assumptions. We just assume we know what other people are thinking, right? Then we get mad when they don't meet our unspoken expectations, and suddenly we've created a huge conflict out of thin air. The solution is simple, but not always easy. Just stop assuming. Find the courage to ask questions and be clear.
And finally, we have the 4th agreement. This is the one that really ties all the others together. It's not about just thinking about this stuff. It's about putting it into practice every single day. Now, always do your best can sound a little intimidating, like you have to be perfect, but it's the exact opposite. It's about self-compassion. Your best when you're healthy and full of energy is going to look way different than your best when you're sick or tired. By just doing what you can, whatever that looks like in the moment, you totally shut down the inner judge. There's no space left for regret or self-punishment.
So what actually happens when you start to bring all 4 of these agreements into your life?
Well, you kick off a really deep, profound transformation.
So let's ask the biggest question of all. After everything, the domestication, the inner judge, all the fear, who is the one person that's really stopping us from being free?
The answer is so simple and so powerful. We do. We are the ones stopping ourselves. And honestly, that's the best news you could possibly hear. Because if we are the ones who created the agreements that trap us, that means we are the only ones who have the power to change them.
And this is the ultimate payoff. When you adopt these new agreements, you break the old ones that were just sucking all your energy. And all that power you were using to maintain them, it comes flooding back to you. And you can use it to stop living in a dream of suffering and start consciously creating your own personal dream of heaven.
So let's just go over them one last time. The 4 keys that can unlock your personal freedom. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. You are the main character of your own story. You created that character, which means you can recreate it at any moment. So just imagine, if you decide to change the main character, how will the rest of your story have to change too?